Good morning. Happy Easter to all. As I said yesterday, this is a slow weekend. The bad guys even take this weekend off. So there's not a lot to talk about. So I went back and looked at some things from Friday and what have you, and see who's saying what to who. And one of the things that came up was, again, was that the Truth Social merger and for Trump and everything, and how he's supposed to get like $5 billion or something like this. I forget what it was, some ridiculous amount of money. Well, he might get his money, but the stock is going in the wrong direction at the moment. So as usual, people that invest in Donald Trump he will lose money. He will make all the money he needs to make, and everybody else will lose money. That's just typical Donald Trump. And I don't know if you're an investor already. I don't, sell your stock. It's not worth the aggravation right now. You want to hold on to it, hold on to it. Stocks are strange things. GameStop went out and made all this money, and I'm not even sure if they're still trading it. But GameStop technically, when they made all that money, was closing stores because they weren't doing any money business. And you can't find a game store open in Colombia anymore. A game selling strictly games. It's a thing of the past because it's all available. So unless GameStop's into something else, I don't know what they're gonna. If they're still making money somehow or another, I would be very surprised. But then again, I was extremely surprised when the stock went through the roof. So if I had a little money at that time, I'd be sitting in a nice mansion someplace, trying to figure out what to do with my time instead of sitting here talking to all you people. Anyhow, um, I don't really see a lot of stuff in the news right now. It's like I said, these weekends get very very quiet, and what you're reading is they get some people are notorious for Easter messages, and they politicize the whole. I'm sorry, hair on my mustache, and they politicize the whole holiday, which is supposed to be very religious. Down here, it's the one day of the year where everybody goes to church. You would think it'd be Christmas, but no, this is the day they all go to church. They don't sell, it's. I, I've talked about this before, just nothing I can do about it. Oh, here's one item. Trump posted a video that showed an image of Biden tied up in the back of a truck. Now, he can get away with that. All right? If I did that, I'd be in jail. Or at least have people knocking on my Secret Service knocking on my door. You know what I mean? Something like that. But this is a man that belongs in jail or a mental institution. I'm not sure which. And I know neither one of those things is going to happen. But hopefully people will wise up to the fact that this is a man that should not and cannot be president of the United States again. But we'll wait and see about that. As I look around, I'm looking at sports news. Here's an interesting question. I'm not going to read the article, but the question is, why does U.S. drive on the right and the U.K. on the left? I'm not really interested in that. I don't drive anymore, period. Reflexes are shot. I drive too fast for my reflexes, so, you know. Let's see what else. I'm looking through CNN's news right now. There's not much happening. Like I said, it's all basically, they don't put a lot of new news up. You have a headline or two, and then that's it. We said nobody's voting in the Ukraine on election day. Well, choice. Celebrate Easter. Go out and get shot at when you try to vote. I think I'll celebrate Easter. 7 children, aged 12 to 17, were wounded in a shooting in Indianapolis today. or yesterday. I don't know which one that did, but that's the kind of news I don't need to see on Easter Sunday. I don't need to see that on any day, you know. What was it? Some sort of gang war or something? You know, that's what your first thought is. You don't know, you know. Let's see what else is going. Of course, the usual question this time of year, was Jesus a man of color? Well, I don't think there were pure white people back then, so I'd have to say he was at least he had a great tan. I don't know what they consider Asians or at that time to be, you know, whether it's white or I guess Asian would be the deal. But according to Trump, you know, he's God, so I guess he's white. I don't know. Okay, Ukraine funding will get a vote after Easter recess. I don't know when that ends. I didn't know it started either. With the politicians, it's hard to tell when they're working and when they're not working, you know, because they're always going to lunch, they're always having meetings, sitting around having a cocktail or whatever, you know. I think they should ban alcohol in what is the building at the Congress? It's not the Pentagon, Capitol Hill. In the Capitol building, that's it. Should ban alcohol. First of all, it'd be, you know, respectful of the Muslims in the area, and second of all, it would keep those idiots from making stupid decisions, hopefully. Again, you know, it's just my opinion. I don't know. What else has happened in the world? I don't see anything. That was politics. Let's go back here. Like I told you about the Truth Social, stock is dropping. Not that fast. It could be nothing more than a normal adjustment from when it opened up. I don't want to start a panic or something like that, or, you know, unless it's true. Unless I can prove it, you know. That's just my little thing, you know. I posted a quote by Socrates. You guys know who Socrates is? Great, well-respected Greek philosopher, saying that he could never be he's too honest. He was too honest to be a politician and live. That's you know, I believe that, because I couldn't be a politician anymore. I was for a few years, because it's a long story. I don't want to get into it, but it was a necessary evil for me. And after you sit at these meetings and find out that they don't really have any respect for you and that they don't give a shit about you, that it's, you know, it's still the 4 or 5 guys in the back room, then you know it's a waste of friggin' time and energy to get involved with them. I'd rather work here and make fun of them and tell you bad things about them, you know, and have my opinions out there than be involved in something where my opinion didn't mean anything to anybody. It probably doesn't now either, so that's a good, you know, that's probably the same thing, you know. But I enjoy these little conversations we have here and there, you know. So there's hopefully there's spring football is coming up, so we'll have something else to talk about, I hope. In the meantime, guys and girls, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow.